Hello, church family, and today we're in Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 9. We're talking about Abram today, who in the future is going to be known as Abraham. I might end up saying both names as I'm doing this, but just bear with me. I'm going to try to stick with saying Abram today. But we usually when we talk about him, we say Abraham all the time. So I might slip that in there a few times. But Abram, something that we see in our text today is that he gives a really good example of what faith looks like. What faith should look like in a believer, what faith should look like as a follower of Christ. And a lot of us say that we have faith, but, and I'm guilty of this, but our faith comes with strings attached, right? We say we'll go there if we know the destination. We say that we'll agree to the effort and the work that a task or a request is required if we know that the return is good, right? We want to be involved when we know a lot about what we're getting involved with, right? But that's not what Abram demonstrates for us in the Old Testament here. And so let's jump right in. Let's see what this says. It says in verse 1, it says, "Now the Lord said to Abram, go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to a land that I will show you. I will make of you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." Now, what the Lord is saying to Abram is there's a lot to gain from that, right? The Lord is saying, hey, you will be blessed. You will be taken care of. Like, I'm going to guard you because there might be people that dishonor you. Like, I'm going to step in and bless you and make you a great nation and make you famous. Like, there's a lot of great things being said there, but the Lord does not give Abram a place or a time stamp or how long or what's the time frame on this thing. He doesn't give Abram any of that. He doesn't give it. And Abram's lived a lot of his life. We'll see what his age is in just a second. There's no time frame on this. The Lord has just said these really good things. And here's the other thing that I think is really important about this, is that another important note about this passage is that the Lord says, I will make, right? I think a lot of times we think like, hey, things are going good because of what we've done in our lives. But what the Lord promises here to Abram, I will make you great. I will bless you. I will give you a great nation. There will be a great nation that I produce through you, right? That is what the Lord is saying. He is involved in this process. He's involved in what he is asking Abram to do. It's not something that Abram's got to try to figure out for himself. No, the Lord is saying, I'm going to be there every step of the way. And so let's see what Abram's response is. Verse 4, "So Abram went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old, and he had departed from Haran. And Abram took Sarah, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all of their possessions, and that they had gathered, and the people that they had acquired in Haran. And they set out to go to the land of Canaan. And they came to the land of Canaan, and Abram passed through the land and to a place at Shechem and the oak of Moriah. And at the time of the Canaanites were in the land. Then the Lord appeared to Abram and said, to your offspring I will give this land. So he built there an altar to the Lord who had appeared to him." Abram takes everything that he has, his family, his possessions, people that have become part of his life. He takes these people and they go. They go to a place in which they don't know where their destination is. He gathers everything, gets up, and goes. He's 75 years old. Why does Abram do this? It seems like his life is it's in a good spot. It seems like he's done okay for himself. And this is his home, right? It acknowledges this is his father's place. This is his home. But what we see in Abram, in his conversation with the Lord and the Lord appearing to him, Abraham is convinced of this. He is convinced and placed his faith in the Lord. And the Lord, he is convinced that the Lord is this force of trustworthiness and of faithfulness, right? What has the Lord asked of you recently? What has been, and not what he's just asked of you, but what was your response to what he has asked of you? I don't know what those questions are, but maybe your response was something like, I can't go there. Or maybe it's something, I'm not able to do that. Or maybe it's a situation where it's like, I've been there, I've tried that before, and it didn't go well. Maybe it's this one. Why me? I think a lot of times people get stuck because they're like, I don't even know why I would be asked or requested to do something like that. And so I don't know what the request has been placed on your life. If you're spending time with the Lord, I know that he's speaking to you. But what is the holdup? Why haven't you went after it? And let me encourage you with this. And I think we can take this from Abram's life. We might not know all the details of what that request is. But the Lord has not asked you to know everything about what he has asked you to accomplish or what he's guiding you to do. What we need to do is focus on the one that has given us those requests. We need to depend on Jesus and the Lord completely and fully with our lives. That's what faith looks like. That is being convinced of something that is so much more trustworthy, so much more faithful, something that is so much more caring and loving and knows what is best for you. That's what you're leaning on. That's what you're going after. Not the job, not the effort. You're going after the Lord. That's my encouragement to you all. I hope that this first of the year has been great. I hope that you can still just be on task, living for the Lord. And hopefully this has been an encouragement to you. Hey, church family, we love you. Keep going with the Daily Devos, and we'll see you soon. All right, bye.